All right. The next thing I want to talk about is our AI-powered portfolio. To whom of you which don't know this product yet, and I think you're about to see something really special because we decided to give the AI to build an automatic portfolio for us that is actually rebalancing once in 4 weeks, no interventions. The algorithm choose the best 10 assets to hold from all our packages using some special models, AI models that we mixed inside. And the results are, I think, are talking from themselves. So if we'll see, since the inception from the 2nd of April, we can see that the return of this portfolio has made was 34.2%, while the S&P did 16%. Now, we actually doubled the S&P performance, which, by the way, is one of the most hardest things to do in the investment universe. Beating the S&P or beating the index is, you can see, you can try and find some, that not a lot of, let's say, hedge funds even didn't succeed in this mission. And we did that in the last 5 months. And we're going to see actually the numbers here that from the beginning of the AI portfolio that was launched on the 2nd of April, every 4 weeks we had a rebalance, and we can see that the cumulative return was 34%, while the S&P again made 16%. This is 18% alpha. I mean that it means that we actually outperformed the market by 18%. And if we'll check the rebalancing dates and the P&L that we had compared to the S&P, you'll find it quite amazing. If we'll start in the 2nd of April, we can see that those are the 10 stocks that the algorithm chose to hold for a period of 4 weeks. And I remind you, 2nd of April was the beginning of one of the most craziest months that we have in the financial market in the last few years. That the S&P dropped 10% and then went up by 10%, and it ended up by minus almost 2% by the S&P, but our portfolio made 3.44% by holding stocks such as Palantir that made 35%, TTWO that made 10%, Uber, IDXX, Microsoft, and many others that actually outperform the market. So this was the first rebalancing that we had, that the algorithm did 3.44%, while the market went down. Like going again, finding stocks that moved up against the market is one of the hardest things that you can do in the financial universe. And I've been in the stock market more than 20 years. And in the next month, in April 30, also the algorithm picked those stocks that we can see here, and combined with that some ETF, as we can see here, XAR, for example, the aerospace and defense moved by 12% in this month, in this 4 weeks. And that's one of the reasons that we made 6.2% in this specific month. We can also find their APH, the APH stock. We can find Coop that we talked about it earlier, and many other stocks that outperform the S&P 500. In the next month, we made 8% compared to 3.4% of the S&P. We even when the market goes up, we can find ways to outperform it in this we did by AMST and the IEST that we talked about it earlier, that moved 22% and 11%. We also combined here the QQQ and the semiconductors ETF that provides 14%. So we have a lot of diversification here, not just stocks, also ETF and your portfolio is balanced and also very interesting, and with companies such as VRT, for example, that is actually cooling computer servers and had like a big cooperation with NVIDIA. Um, in the next month, June 25, we made 11.6%, while the S&P went up by 4%. This is remarkable. Again, some stocks actually stayed for the next rebalance. AMST, IEST, VRT, they all stayed and actually did some really good performance. UPST did 34% in this month, and the home builders sector did 11%, and together we had 11.6%, and what I think is amazing. Well, not everything is always green. We had a 1 month with the -4%, yeah, while the market actually did 0.5%. We can see some of the stocks here went down, some went up, but in this specific month, we did not succeed to outperform the market. It happens. Yes, it's not 100% working all the time. We have some months like that. Again, to our defense, we can say that in this specific month, there was a lot of earnings, and some of the stocks here had a lot of earnings that kind of mixed things up, but that was July till August. And the last rebalance, and now we are proudly to expose for you the last rebalance of this AI portfolio. That the last rebalance happened in 20 of August, and as you can see here, it's not over yet. It's gonna end in September 17. But so far, while the market went up by 2.9%, we made 6% by holding AXP, Palo Alto, Palantir, and actually only one stock went into the wrong direction, while 9 of them went up in a really good returns, such as EVR with 12%, IASC with 17%, and other stocks such as the Tent Healthcare and American Express that also outperform the market. And I think 8 out of 10 of those stocks actually outperform the S&P, which just is quite amazing. And it's not ended yet. Of course, we still have two more trading days before the next rebalancing.
And what a journey! When you're presenting, each portfolio it's really, to be honest, it's pretty impressive. And I think this is the average, actually. 80% of the stocks in each portfolio, if I'm not wrong, around 80% of each portfolio are beating the S&P, 80% of the assets. So I see it here, and I think I saw it also in the previous portfolio. For me, this is wow, this is crazy portfolio in June. So again, I see that here 90%.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay, just to answer a few questions that I already see in the Q&A, the portfolio is equally weighted portfolio, meaning the weight of each stock is 10%. The current weight, the reason why you see a difference between the weight and the current weight is the weight by the end of the rebalancing, basically. So if the stock moved up, you will see more weight on each of this specific stock. And again, it's very interesting to see the combination between stocks and ETFs here, right, man?
Yeah, and all you got to do is just all the stock that we are sending you in the next rebalance that is going to be on the 17th of September. You're going to get 10 assets that you have to buy in the closing price of the same day and hold it for a period of 4 weeks. That's all you have to do. You don't have to check signals. You don't have to check in predictability or time frames. We are made it for you. The algorithm took and chose out of the best 10 asset out of our packages of the best, let's say, and hold it together for one portfolio. And you can get it in a special webinar style for a 3 month subscription, paid every 3 months for $330 per month. And again, the next rebalance is in 3 days from now. Do not miss this amazing product. And the 3 months, I'm telling you, it's not gonna stay for a long period. So hurry up and sign in for the next 24 hours. The 3 month subscription for $330 per month, and you get the AI portfolio that is actually crushing the market. 5 out of 6 rebalances that we saw, making 34% from April. This is like a 1 year return that we did in 5 months.
Very
So
good year this year it's not always 34,
yeah,
but
of course. But so far, let's say,
yeah.
made some interesting returns, and you can combine those two sales that we have for you in a one special sale, a 12-month subscription that you can get a package to choose out of all the packages that we saw so far, and you get the AI portfolio. You get 2 packages for $299 per month, paid annually. You can choose any of the stock, any of the packages that you saw, maybe the top 10, you can choose the under 5, under 10, AI package, Buzz package, S&P 500, ETF. You can choose any package that you want. You can combine it with the AI powered portfolio that you get on a monthly basis. And this with $299 per month, it's a quite amazing sale that we have for you for the next 24 hours. Of course, the package that you choose is sent for you on a daily basis. You get it every day. You get 6 time frames. You can choose out of the 6 time frames the best stocks, and you get the AI portfolio, which you get 10 stocks to hold for a period of 1 month, and that's it. I think it's the winning combination, and you can enjoy the most from our special algorithm in a monthly investment or even a daily or weekly investment in trading. So I think this is one of the winning webinar sales that we had so far, and you saw the result in yourself, which is quite amazing.